Starting to the top left in red is our Terran player, down a game already. Starting for Incredible Miracle, it is of course
AGIM MVP.
Most valuable player this planet has ever seen.
Yep, now he's playing in the Blizzard Cup. And he lost his first best of 3 and is behind in his second against his opponent. Starting to the bottom left, the Pink Panther, starting for Team Startail, also known as
Tati Pati.
He's also known as the Red Lufa Acrobat.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think the Pink Panther is actually a lot better.
I like that better, but you know, if he plays as red, I'm going to call him the Red Lufa Acrobat. Yeah. We have a normal barracks, by the way, for MVP, no proxies.
Yeah, normal build for him so far.
Seems a little bit too predictable to go for a 2 barracks play on this map.
Yeah. And guys, while the build orders start to unfold, once again, make sure that you support our players here on Twitter. The Twitter account for Parting in his first appearance today is, of course, st_Parting. Has a little bit of a different account than all the other StarTail members, so st_Parting for him.
Yeah, tweet at him if you want him to win.
Exactly.
And MVP, of course, we mentioned it before, is LGIM MVP with no spaces. And during this, you know, tweet at them, cheer for them, because they're going to be reading their Twitters in between the matches. You guys can tweet us. I'd like you guys to tweet at ProxyWolf and at Caldor who you think is actually going to get out of the group. The top 2 players, the top 3 players, whoever you think, whoever you're sure about, actually tweet at us.
Yeah, don't forget about that. We have 3 players that get out of the group, not only 1. The first place will advance to the semifinal directly, whereas the second and the third will have to play cross matches against place 2 and 3 in Group B. And we will have, well, we have a long day ahead of us. I mean, this is only the 3rd game in on this day, and we will have a lot of matches. All these games are best of 3, so if you know of someone who's just sleeping right now because he thinks that a good night's sleep is important, tell him that he can sleep tomorrow or when he's dead. He has to watch the Blizzard Cup now, because this is one of the best tournaments in the entire year.
Speaking of sleep being important, man, you and I just don't sleep. We just cast StarCraft all the time. I feel like I was like born with a headset on at this point. I don't remember what life's like without a headset on.
Hey, Wolf, sleeping is for the weak. No rest for the wicked.
During the first 5-minute break, I went to go to the bathroom. I accidentally walked into the bathroom with my headset on. Everyone was looking at me weird. I just started commentating what was happening in the bathroom. I was like, so they looked at me. They were a little bit surprised.
Tonight we woke up at 4 o'clock and casted Iron Squid. Now we're casting the first afternoon series here at the Blizzard Cup. Later on we'll cast the second one. Then in the next night we're going to cast Iron Squid again. And then a double day, so triple casts.
Yeah, it's just back to back to back to back to back to back. By the way, this eBay... Yes.
Business as usual, I'd say.
Business as usual, man. That's how Wolf and Calor do it. The eBay's going to have to be canceled, but, you know, he does a great block here, and with no Zealot, it's going to take forever. It's the most frustrating thing a pro can ever face.
That's the big problem that you have when you skip the Zealot and your opponent really goes for an eBay block. It's already an ordeal if you have the Zealot and the Stalker, but if you only have the Stalker, it takes an eternity.
I wonder if he's just going to try to do some sort of push instead of doing the expansion at all with the fast Robo and double gates going down. You usually see that after the Nexus, so even after the Bay is gone, he's not going to have enough resources to support all this and get the Nexus.
Because if you ever have problems falling asleep, just start counting to count the shots that a Stalker needs to take down an engineering bay to force the cancel.
Nobody ever knows actually how many it takes.
Exactly, because you halfway when you're through it, you just fall asleep.
Or you lose your sanity. Something like this happens. It's like,
I've heard about that.
It's like how many licks it takes to get to the end of a Tootsie Pop, man. You're just not. You're never gonna know, man. It's just the same thing with an eBay. Who knows how many shots it takes to kill that eBay? Oh, this Stalker wants to see the Nexus. He needs to show a probe. He actually shows no probe, and I think MVP is going to be a little bit suspicious now.
Yep, that SCV did not see Nexus at all.
4th gateway, the Immortal's coming out. It's just as I predicted.
MVP, you need a bit more of defense, and there's bunker number 2, but, well, 1-2 bunkers will not be enough here.
Yeah, he needs to make sure that these Marines are going to be spotted by the probe. This will actually, he will also spot the probe with the Marines. This is going to trigger him to turn around probably because he knows that there's no way, there's no more surprise here.
He needs a lot more now. He needs a 3rd bunker, and without a 3rd base, even dropping a scan here would be worth it. If he's unsure about what's going on, then drop the scan. But MVP, if you don't hold here, you are going to die with a 2-0.
Yeah, that's very true. I think he should be able to hold, but the thing is, he's missing one key ingredient, and that's STEM. That's what our observer's showing right now. Tech Lab is finished. There's the STEM research, but it's way too slow. That's the clock that we have Parting on right now. He needs to kill MVP before STEM is done with this push.
There's so many Immortals already, and MVP is trying to get Stim, as you just said. A few Marauders would also help him a lot, but this is just Parting going for a one-base Immortal all-in attack, and 2 bunkers. Wolf, I just think that's not enough.
MVP tried to go and scout, but the Stalker denied him. Now he has no information. The 3rd bunker comes down, but it's not going to be done in time. This is tense.
I don't think he can hold that.
MVP's tournament life may be on the line here. If he loses this, it's not going to be up to him to get out of this group anymore.
It's too late. That bunker is too late.
Way too late. Target goes down on the central bunker here. It falls before the SCVs can't even touch it. The same is true of the 3rd bunker. That bunker will not finish. The SCVs are in dire straits here. The Immortals still have their shields. There's no barrage for them to deal with. In fact, they did the damage. They took out those bunkers. That's all they needed to do.
Parting has twice the army supply than MVP does. MVP is trying to hold on for dear life. Stim is still not done, only halfway, and he tries to get into the main base once again. Lifts his orbital and tries to protect the ramp. Double bunker is being built. Is it going to be enough? He's trying to make this funnel work to his advantage.
Force field, and there's not enough DPS. Even the Mirages at the back are going to be torn apart by the Immortals when they get up there. Parting says, "You dare eBay block me? I am the world champion. You eBay block me, you die."
He's moving in with the rest of his SCVs. MVP is desperate here. He's already down a game. He can't afford to lose this map. On Entombed Valley, he has to win, but he is already dropping in supply. Finally, the bunker is done, but only one
still alive.
6 SCVs, Wolf. This is it.
GG. Parting takes the 2-0. Sees the eBay block, and all that he saw with that eBay block, he saw not annoyance, he saw opportunity. He went for a surprise attack, well hidden from MVP.
MVP loses his 2nd best of 3. Parting is moving in with a 1-base Immortal 4-gate attack, and he takes it. Oh god, and MVP now has to hope for a tie situation in the group. This is not easy on him. The Terran player, the only Terran player that we have in this tournament, is down for the count already. He needs wins now, and he needs a tie.
Yeah, Terran fans especially are going to be a little bit disappointed with the results so far.
Yeah, on the other hand, Parting now with his 1st win, and we had those 2 Zerg players also in the group excelling. The next match that we are going to have is going to be another ZVP.
Yeah, Hero versus DRG.
This time he is up against Dong Ragu, against against Lenok. He lost. It was close.
It was a pretty tight series, though.
Yeah, it was very, very tight series. And now DRG, who already has a winner against MVP, is going to face Hero. So guys, we're heading into a short commercial break, and as soon as we are back, we will start with Hero versus Dong Ragu. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with the Blizzard Cup in a few minutes.